Hi everyone, it's Will. Now, I remember I was often asked in college, and you might have a similar experience, but I was asked, so what job are you looking to pursue? And the discussion we are going to be focusing on today is looking at a counterintuitive idea that was brought up in the Kindling program, which is not so much focusing on job title, but looking at your interests. Because if you focus on what genuinely interests you, you can pick up on patterns in the problems that you enjoy solving and the skills that you want to build. And that can open up doors and opportunities that you might not have ever considered before. Now, quick note, if you're someone that wants to be a part of an online community that is looking to navigate your career, your personal relationships, and just improving your well-being, then I encourage you to check the link below in the description and explore the Grow and Thrive with Mentor Pete community featuring the Kindling program. As someone who has gone through the Kindling program myself, I can definitely speak to the transformation that I've gone through as now I'm working with the company. So let's get a quick glimpse into the Kindling program and see what is inside this expanding options chapter.
Okay, now draw a circle around that. So now I want everyone to weigh in, and we're going to see how many different iterations of storytelling we can find, and then we may identify some themes that we can add more branches to. All right, let's start.
Photographer?
Absolutely. Storytelling through photography?
Designer.
Designer, absolutely. Storytelling makes you feel something. Don't you feel something? You see like beautifully designed piece?
Architect.
Architect, for sure.
Artist, yeah.
You got artist?
Dancer.
Dancer.
Chef.
Chef?
Sometimes your family history is the reason why you cook what you cook.
That's storytelling, absolutely.
So back to focusing on the interests over job titles. An example from my own life where this is definitely prevalent, this concept brought up in the program itself, is I was looking back on all the jobs I've gone through. And I was a tour guide on my college campus. I eventually started my own podcast called 19-Year-Old Shrink. When I graduated college, I got certified with a company called Take Flight Learning, which uses the DISC assessment to look at different personality styles in the workplace and helping them communicate more effectively with each other. Then I started my own business, which I'm still working on today, which is the NextGen Playbook, bridging generational gaps in the workplace, helping younger and more experienced professionals work better together. And now I'm doing work with Kindling. And those are all very different roles with different responsibilities. But as I've had the chance to reflect and to be able to connect the dots in reverse, I've seen that there's a common thread through all of this. There's a common skill that's been used, and that is public speaking. So when I came across this chapter, I was able to start connecting those dots and realized that this interest has been present in my life for a very long time, even though it might manifest itself differently in different roles. So if you find yourself saying that I need to become an analyst and work for this company, you might be very focused on getting that specific role and overlooking other opportunities. So instead, think about the part of the role that you would enjoy the most. So maybe it's using your critical thinking skills. And once you shift your focus from the title analyst to the skill of critical thinking, well, you might realize that there's roles in marketing, there's roles in research, consulting, or strategy that also rely on that critical thinking skill that you very much enjoy. And your options will begin to expand. Now, you can also do what I did and be able to look back at the different experiences that you've had in your life. Think about the roles that you've enjoyed most and identify the skills that have been present across those differing roles, because you might start to notice a connection between them that might seem very different on the surface but share the same underlying interest. Now, according to the chapter, only 27% of college graduates end up using their major in their work. But that doesn't mean that you aren't using the skills or the interests that you developed through those classes. So you might have studied psychology in college, but you're not actively working in the mental health field or working as a therapist, but you might be working in advertisement, and you're recognizing that a lot of the lessons that you learned in those psychology classes that you're applying into those roles today. So that's, again, just to show you the power of the interest or the skill that might be transferable to different roles in your life. So if you ever feel like your major doesn't necessarily match your career, take a step back. I encourage you to look for the skills and look for the interests that carried through those experiences, because you might be surprised to realize that there's more of a connection than you might think. So again, I just want to wrap up today by saying that if you are an individual that is looking to land that job, build stronger relationships, improve your well-being, and be a part of a community of individuals that are looking to grow together, I encourage you to check out the Grow and Thrive with Mentor Pete community featuring the Kindling program on the school platform. It's a space to learn, to grow, and connect with others on a similar journey. And with that, I will see you all next time. Thanks again.